Can CCTV hold the missing clues to Jill's whereabouts? Police in Melbourne say they've accessed security camera footage that shows Jill Meagher walking down a street just before she was reported missing. As the search for Jill takes them to her apartment, detectives now believe a vital piece of evidence may have been planted. Here's more.
Forensic police spent around 3 hours combing the apartment Jill Meagher shares with her husband Tom, emerging with 6 bags of evidence they hope will help in the search for the missing 29-year-old. Officers say this is a routine part of the investigation. 500 metres away from Jill's home on nearby Hope Street, questions now surround a vital piece of evidence found there. Their suspicions her handbag may have been planted.
I am advised there was an extensive search on the weekend that did not find that handbag. That handbag's turned up on the Monday. So either police have missed that or someone has placed the bag back at that location.
Police have revealed they've accessed security footage of Jill walking along Sydney Road shortly before she was reported missing early on Saturday morning. On Facebook, a page entitled "Help Us Find Jill Meagher" now has the support of over 70,000 users who have left thousands of comments. The latest post reads, "Thanks for your support and positive thoughts. Jill's family and friends are reading this page and we all hope she returned safely." One person, praying for the best, says hope she hitched a ride across Oz to Perth to see her dad. But as yet, no word on the whereabouts of Jill more than 4 days after her disappearance.
Now, you probably don't need us to tell you it's wet outside, but we have a warning for you. It's not over yet. Torrential rain is causing chaos in many parts of the country, but in the east, it's caused some serious flooding. 30 millimetres of rain fell in the last 24 hours in Dublin and Wicklow. 50 millimetres is expected to fall by tonight. If you're hitting the road, the advice is to take extra care with spot flooding and excess surface water on many roads. 5 violent deaths in 5 days. The Minister for Justice and Senior Gardaí have promised to get tough on gangland criminals. It follows yet another murder last night in Dublin. Here's the details.
Executed in front of his 12-year-old son. Declan O'Reilly was walking home along South Circular Road in Dublin around 8 p.m. when he was gunned down. Today, a simple Garda evidence bag and some tape mark the spot of Ireland's latest murder.
Tragically, his son was walking ahead of him, a few feet ahead of him last night on the road when this incident happened, and the child is receiving all the help that we can give him. Specialist Garda child interviewers will be dealing with them. The liaison officer has been appointed to the family and we are assisting them in every way possible.
The 32-year-old knew his life was in danger. This was the second attempt to kill him since he was acquitted of killing fellow inmate Derek Glennon in Mountjoy Prison in 2007. Less than 12 hours before he was shot in an unrelated gangland murder, Jared Eglinton was shot in front of his stepdaughter and young son in Portarlington in County Laois. The Justice Minister has condemned both killings, describing them as barbaric, adding that the Gardaí are determined to do everything possible to bring those responsible to justice. The message from the Gardaí is if you know anything about either murder, please come forward.
Now, we are the champions. 2 students from Sing Street CBS in Dublin are celebrating tonight after winning the joint first prize in the EU Young Scientist Awards. Mark James Kelly and Eric Doyle have won the top award in the physics category. The awards are in their 24th year, and this year took place in Bratislava in Slovakia. The Dubliners shared the top spot with a Polish student and got €7,000 worth of prizes. Well done to them. Now let's take a look at some other headlines from here at home.
Gardaí investigating the death of a pensioner in Sligo are following up on a 999 call made to emergency services. It warned that a man was being tied up in a house. It's understood Gardaí went to the described address but didn't see anything suspicious. 67-year-old Eugene Gillespie died on Saturday, a day after being found by a relative with serious injuries at his home at Old Market Street. Airport chiefs have headed to court to try to halt strike action at the country's 3 biggest airports. SIPTU is planning work stoppages at Dublin, Cork and Shannon in a row over pensions. The Dublin Airport Authority claims the action would break agreements because the dispute is in the hands of the Labour Relations Commission. and plough on. Despite the weather, thousands of people have gathered at the National Ploughing Championships in Wexford. 200,000 visitors are expected at the 3-day event that's estimated to be worth around €36 million to the economy.